Hello, 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 my darlings. So welcome to a slice of life, a slice of life. We're late coming on tonight. It's been a busy, 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 busy day. I'm happy to have a busy day. Trust me on that. Trust me, I am. I like the series that we've been working on lately. I came across this series and it sounded like something, I like the first one we did, Women Who Become Classier. They display these characteristics. So we talked about classy senior citizens. And then I liked the next one we did was Eight Signs a Woman is Secretly Unhappy. Yes. Eight Signs a Woman is Secretly Unhappy in Life. So if you go back maybe four videos, you'll find the one with, I think I did 2 days, women who become classier as they get older. Yes, we do. And then, but we're already classy. And then Eight Signs a Woman is Secretly Unhappy in Her Life. It's just a case of watching and paying attention to the people around you. And then yesterday, on yesterday's video, we talked about when is a good time to be silent. Was a lot of times you want to be silent, but when is a good time? I like these glasses. When is it a good time to be silent? Just be quiet sometime. The Bible says, be still and know that I am God. And I just believe in that. That whole silence is like salvation. Silence says a lot. Silence speaks volumes. And so yesterday we talked about when emotions are running high, we need to just kind of get quiet and let the emotions settle down. And then we talked about when you're not informed enough. If you don't know the answer, then I was going to say a word. If you don't know the answer, then be quiet. Don't try to be bombastic when you don't even know how to spell it. Stop it. Just say, I don't know. How about when your words are going to harm others? Sometimes I have to catch myself. You know how you have to catch yourself to keep you from saying something that you might say, if it's going to hurt people. I don't know. I don't want to do that because karma is the B word, as you know. And so I'd rather not harm anybody to say something harmful to somebody. Just let them go ahead. What my game is? I like to let people think they won. People just love doing or saying something to me because I just love letting you think you won. I do. I say, okay, it's all right. No problem. Because then you go, oh, I got her. I told her. You just have your chest all puffed out, all puffy, puffy, puffy. But this is me. Everybody, you know how I operate. I let God fight my battles. I'm not going to fight with you about anything. Go right ahead. You want to win? You won. And I'll say, you won. No problem. And then I can go on because I don't have to deal with it anymore. I'm done. You got to deal with, I won. Did I really win? What can I do next? Yeah, that's foolishness. So, I don't want to do all that. I rather just let you win. So we got today's is when you are practicing mindfulness. You should be silent when you're practicing mindfulness. So I'm going to read what they said. Mindfulness is all about being fully present in the moment, and sometimes that means choosing to remain silent. When you choose to remain silent, this allows you to be fully engaged with your environment and your thoughts without the distraction of unnecessary conversation. It's like just sitting like this, just listening, taking it all in. You're fully engaged with the people or whatever's going on. They know you're engaged. You leaning in, but you choose to be silent. And this one's talking, that one's talking, and you watch. It's like tennis, back and forth. You're fully engaged. You're mindful of everything that's going on, but you choose to be silent. And this was what I like what they say. Silence gives us the space to observe our thoughts without judgment or interruption. Mm-hmm. It gives you, you engage, you're mindful, you're silent. This allows you to be fully engaged with your environment and your thoughts without the distraction of unnecessary conversation. So I would line this up with a yoga or meditation. Just what am I thinking? What's going on with me today? I do that. I have a lot of times, I guess because I can I say I like being by myself? I don't want to say that because that sounds so contradictory to I would like to be with people. But when you're by yourself and when I'm by myself, sometimes you have to sit. My mother used to sit with her hand on her chin. We knew that she was thinking, and just to let her alone. Whatever she was thinking about, just let her sit there and be. So that was maybe her form of meditation. I don't know. But I like this whole silence thing. I like just getting into yourself, and you'd be surprised when you get quiet how the answers may come to you. To me, like you can meditate. Silence to me like you could be in prayer without calling it prayer, but it's kind of a oneness. You can have just no conversation, just silent, but you're engaged though, and you're still engaged in what's going on in here, what's going on around you, but you're silent with it. And you get a lot of answers that way. God talks to you, but you got to be quiet enough to hear this in your ear. Sometimes you can't hear stuff because so much is going on that you don't get a chance. And when you're thinking and good thoughts come, my best time is between 3 and 5, 3 a.m., really 2:30, but 3 a.m. is the best time. They call that some other kind of hour, but I think 3 to 5 is the best time for me to get my thoughts together or what I want to think about or how I would sit. And I'm talking about I have to have a pen all the time because stuff would just come to me. Sometimes I say it on my phone. You get good thoughts in the quiet of the night. That's for me. So anyway, when you're practicing mindfulness, when silence itself is the answer could be silent. This one may seem a bit paradoxical, but stay with me here. In certain situations, silence itself is the most powerful response you can give. Let me say that again, Reno, for the people in the back. Silence itself, silence, it's the most powerful response you can give. I can see that because you don't know what I'm really thinking. I like to just smile. It's the power of stillness and silence. There's a lot of power in that. That's why I think when we marched with Dr. King, the Atlanta Student Movement, and we were the foot soldiers to follow the leadership of the Atlanta Student Movement, we got silent when we got to the bottom of the hill on Martin Luther King and Northside Drive, where the stadium is now. Before we walked up the hill, we got silent. We walked in silence. You remember Malcolm X movie? Silence. Silence says a lot. When we walked around, we walked with our placards. Some of them had the kind that they hang on, and some held the sign. And I had one that you hold like this, and we walked silently, and they making all kind of noise, but with silence is powerful. When they had Ferguson and all the issues that happened with the Ferguson disruption, I wanted to go over there and talk to the young people about the power of silence. You let all the chatter, but this right here controls a lot. And collectively, this many people, collectively silent, but collectively thinking the same thing, to me, it's like prayer, it's meditation, it's powerful. Because we're spiritual people, spirits living in a human body, right? The energy continues, you see. So if you're quiet, that doesn't mean that energy is not doing something. You see? So when the answer itself, silence could be the answer. It's something about the power of silence. It's a lot of power. Just go somewhere and sit and be still and see. So it says it's not just from refraining from speech, but about embracing the quiet as a form of profound wisdom. Let me say it again, Reno, for the people in the back. It's about embracing the quiet as a form of profound wisdom. Think about it. Have you ever asked a question to which there was no easy answer, or found yourself in a situation where words felt inadequate? Silence. There's a code of silence in some religions. They take a code of silence for a day or a period of time. Have you ever done a code of silence for yourself? Where you just all day just bring it down and observe. Use the silence to observe. Use the silence to listen to what you call it, the universe is trying to say to you, what God is trying to say to you, what Jesus is trying to say to you. You use that silent time. That's why you see some religions, you see them all bowing together, maybe, or all sitting in a pious this form, or all, it's a meditation. Because I'm telling you, you can have your body any kind of way. You don't have to follow any of the forms that have been so-called accepted forms of prayer positions. There's acceptable forms of prayer position to show that you are praying, but you don't have to have any of that, because it's somewhere in the Bible about you should be a prayer is something you do quietly and not in front of people and not letting everybody know you're doing it. You can be sitting just like this and still praying. So silence itself is the answer. And then it says, when words won't change the situation. There's a saying in Buddhism, if you propose to speak, always ask yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? But I like to add another question to the list. Will it make a difference? Woo-wee. Let me say that again, Reno, for the people in the back. There's a saying in Buddhism, if you propose to speak, if you're about to say something, before you open that mouth or your mouth, stop and ask yourself, is it true? Before you say anything. Is it necessary for you to say whatever it is that you're trying to say? Is it kind? Is it going to be kind to somebody? And will it make a difference? There are some people you wait to say something, and when they say something, everybody listens. There was a commercial back in the day when Hutton Speaks. I think it was Hutton, some kind of service for financial service. I think it was Hutton. Anyway, they would say, everybody would lean forward because they wanted to hear what Hutton said. Well, that should be the same way with you. When you sit long enough, but then when you say something, people lean forward because they know you have something to say. It's going to be true. It's going to be necessary. It's going to be kind. And it's going to make a difference. Otherwise, you don't need to say anything. You see? Here it is said, it's about understanding that not everything is within our control. And that's okay. When somebody passes away, you go to somebody's house, everybody's quiet because you don't know what to say. What do you say to the person that's grieving? You could say, I love you. I don't know what you could say. I really don't know what you could say. But maybe that is a time for silence. And then the last one, when you need to speak up. Wait, what? Stay silent when you need to speak up. I know it sounds counterintuitive. I know it does. I know it sounds counterintuitive because we're saying when you need to speak up, stay silent. But in mindfulness practice, we learn the importance of intentional action, or in this case, intentional speech. Intentional speech. This means that before we speak, we take a moment to pause and reflect on our words and their potential impact. In other words, think before you speak. How many times have you said something you're like, oh, hell, can you say that? I don't know, but I've said some things and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, why did I say that? You have to think before you speak sometimes. Sometimes we let our emotions get in the way. You have to think before you speak. So when you need to speak, then it's intentional. So it says when you need to speak up, right before you speak up, you need that silent moment. You need the thought to come. You're about to say it. You're about to say it. But right in the middle, on the dash, there's a silence. So let me see, do I really need to say this? And then I say it. So it's just seconds before you say it. Because you don't want to, you don't want to react immediately to things. I've gotten in trouble doing that. Don't you get in trouble. Silence is powerful. It's very powerful. How you use it, how you manipulate it is very, very powerful. And so you have to understand it isn't a sign of weakness. See, some people take it for weakness, and I love people like that. I love people who take my silence for weakness. I just sit and say, you don't even know me. And I'm glad. Because you don't need to, I let people know me. Only a few people get to know me. And some people think they know me and they still don't know me. Because I know their stuff more than they think I do. I enjoy all that. I enjoy knowing people's stuff and their BS. And they not know that I know that. I love talking with them. I talk to those people the most. I do. Because it's fun. It's fun to me to talk to people who don't really know you. Now, does that make sense? There's something wrong with that? My friend, Dr. Kenneth Bolton, will probably come take me somewhere and lock me up and do a study on me. But silence is powerful. It's very powerful. It's not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign of avoidance. Don't let people fool you that are quiet. They mean that. When they say still water runs deep, I like quiet men. I guess because I talk all the time. If I stop and think about the people that I know and really love and like, they're quiet. I haven't had a couple people talk as much as me. Maybe that's why we're not together either. But I like quiet because I talk all the time. You need to have somebody to go, okay, baby, okay. Like I'm telling you all this, I need all this myself. I do some of these shows for George Ann. This one is definitely for me because people who know me, and then that's this. And then I have another part of me that's this. I'm a contradiction to myself sometimes. Anyway, I just wanted to share these insights with you just to help us move along. And maybe something I will say on here that will help somebody. That person in South Africa that I told was talking too much, they need to come. They need to look at all my shows. Really do. But, because they're trying to do something. And when you're trying to do something and you don't have everyone on your side, you need to let your accomplishment be your announcement. Let me say it again for the people in the back. You need to let your accomplishment be your announcement. Otherwise, just be quiet about your stuff. I did a slice of life. I didn't announce it until after I got it together. I'd taken so many classes and, did some kind of work and try to figure it all out. Because I do it for me. I need all of this for me. I used to wear get-ups. When nobody was taking me seriously, and then I have to do academic work. So it kind of was a contradiction. Not kind of. It was a contradiction. I have to stay. I have academic work that I like doing. I'm making a presentation this Friday. You all pray for me in the academic world, in my academic world. I teach at Clark Atlanta, so, and I love research, and I love books, and I love reading, By the same token, I love the lights and the camera, and I love this kind of thing, music. I sing and create and all this right here, So is that a left and right brain? Or is that all right brain? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's me. And I'm glad that the Lord let me live long enough to recognize myself. I'm glad the Lord let me live long enough. 3 cancers, a lot of surgeries, a lot of heartbreaks, many disappointments, a lot of hard life living. But I'm glad he let me live to this day, April 2nd, 2024. I was born August 2nd, 1942. You take the 42 and turn it around to 24. That's how long I've been on the earth. That's how long I've been on the earth. And I'm grateful to meet Georgianne, because this Georgianne, you see all these pictures back here, was that Georgianne and that Georgianne that never was able to meet herself. She always was trying to make sure she did the right thing, read the right books, and was a good student in school, did what was correct. But underneath it was this Georgianne, the one who likes lights and cameras and talking and helping people and trying to give you what? The most and the best of a well-lived life. That's what I want you to have, a well-lived life. You know, I don't care. And I always tell you, wherever your home is, make your home your castle. Quit trying to compete with the people who got all that. Your home is your castle. Go buy what you want. Get the floors done. Get some painting done. Put in there what you like. When you come in, get you a drink, whatever that drink is. It be Kool-Aid, Coca-Cola, a Crown Royal over one piece of ice. My favorite drink. Some wine, whatever. And just think about your house. Don't think about anybody else's house. And sit and follow some of these silence rules. Be still and know He is God. Because this is what we're doing. I'm doing this all because I want this for you. I want you to get older, but I don't want you to get old. Now, I've gotten older. You know, I had to talk to myself about getting older. I've gotten older. I said, oh, I'm getting older. I said, girl, you old. But I'm still getting older, but I'm not getting old. Because otherwise, if I don't tell myself that, I would give in to all these aches and pains and all these things that will keep me from giving you this whole program on being silent, this entire program's on classiness. This is what I live for. I live to do this because I want you to have whatever it is that'll make it better for you. Because this life is, I don't know what. It's more challenging every day. More money, more pain, more problems. We have to find in that. You have to intentionally look for that space that is yours. I try to give you that space here. These little few minutes we have together, this is your time to be the you that I know you can be. And by the way, can I just show you this for my Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated? Isn't that a fine bracelet? I'm going to sell these. I am. Anybody? I can't sell anything, but I'm going to sell these. But I can't sell anything to the Deltas. In the shop, I may have it upside down. In that shop, we know we like that. But I can't sell anything because I don't have 1,000 people. That's all right. I looked at R.C. Blaze. He has 800,000 people. And Cat Williams got Shay 1 million. Woo-wee. I need my people to want me to be like that. I don't know where you are. Or maybe I'm not saying enough, but somebody at some point, I'm going to have 1,000 thousands. Not 1,000, but thousands. I'm working for that day. Because I want you to have the life that, not the one you thought of. I'm trying to give you this one first, a well-lived life, and then get you to think of the rest of it. Because this controls this. I love you. And you can't do anything about it. And guess what? My little thing stopped working. This little thing right here. The stylus. Today is the second day of retrograde. This stopped working. But this doesn't stop me at all. Not at all. I just looked to see was there anything else broken. This doesn't stop me at all because I can put this down because I still got this. I love you, darlings. You know I do. And you can't do anything about it.